Hey everyone, welcome back on the channel. In this video, I want to share with you two of the tools I most use on the DeFi scene whenever doing my own research about protocols, and those are nothing other than D.Fi and also RUGDOC. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about both, so tune in for the upcoming minutes. You don't want to miss a thing, okay? Now, let's start with D.Fi. This is much more than just a simple scanner, but for the sake of the topic of this video, I'm gonna focus here on the scanner tab because that's what I want to share with you about. That being said, there's tremendous utility for the D.Fi dApp, okay? If you are a fellow enthusiast of DeFi, highly likely you will look at this dApp as a Swiss Army pocket knife, because they are handy in much many other ways than just the scanner. But the scanner is already a very powerful tool for everyone who doesn't know how to code, who don't know any dev that might help you with assessing or trying to find those hidden scams in contract. Okay, so let's start with the scanner, and for using that you just have to input on your browser the D.Fi address, you press enter, and then you'll be already embarking on this dApp. Now the safe tab shows you the scanner, and when you click on the scanner, you'll be led to this page where you can search project name, token name, NFT address, contract address, etc. Usually what I do, I just copy the contract address from another place, and then I come here, I paste it here, which I already did for the sake of this video, and I'm just using the Alcatraz contract just for the sake of showing you the tool, nothing else. Okay, you insert the address here, you will press enter, and then they will run the scan. This one already ended. The scans are usually quite fast, under 30 seconds. There might be an odd one that takes you longer than that, but usually they're quite fast. So this is a super snappy tool. The DeFi score they handed to this contract was 70 out of 100 because they found 3 medium risk items and 10 smaller ones. And here is the score that they provide. So you can see what is their reasoning behind the score. Okay, so let's take a look at these 3 medium risk issues that they found. So they found a transfer fee of 4%. A fee has been discovered within the contract, and then they give you exploit examples. It doesn't mean that the contract will use this exploit, but if you're doing your own research, you might wanna inquire the owners or the developers of the contract why there is this risk here. Okay, also they don't only provide issues with the contract when it comes to risk issues. They also provide you, for example, the low liquidity, the dump risk. So they tell you if the liquidity is low, possibly resulting in high volatility or loss of swap functionality, or if there's the risk of dump because a private wallet owns a significant percentage of the token's total supply. And again, whenever there are exploit examples, they will give them here. Let me tell you, this doesn't mean that every contract that passes this audit is safe. Don't get fooled by that, because scammers are always one step ahead and they're trying new ways. And for example, there was a big scam on the base chain recently, which was it was like 2 weeks ago or something. It was somewhere in October 2023 that happened. It was the Clover Farm scam, and I remember scanning Clover Farm here after they pulled the rug, and it was a new scam. So it actually passed this audit. It had a score of 90 out of 100 or something like that. It was a huge score. I remember specifically it was a green one, so it was a big score because it was a new way of scamming people. It had never been seen before, and therefore they had no previous knowing of that. And I believe this tool just does a great job in compiling past exploit examples and that's what you can see here. Exploit example: if there's a match to that past exploit, they're gonna be tagged here, highly likely. But that's the reason why Clover Farm didn't or passed this score. But anyways, one out of 100 will pass the score, and it will have something shady in it, which was the case of Clover Farm. For the many other contracts when that are out there already, highly likely, if they're using a past exploit that was already used by some other contract, it will be catch or it will be get caught here by the DeFi scanner. Then there's this smaller issues, but by now you already know how this one works. It also have like this really cool chart here, breaking down the score. So yeah, give it a look yourself, see how easy it is to use, and of course check out all the other tools that they have on this really superb dApp. And by the way, they also have their own YouTube channel with quite a big following. But anyways, in the case that you don't ever heard about them, or you haven't heard about them, now you do. The D.Fi app is a tremendous tool to help us spot issues in contract, in liquidity, etc. Okay, so tremendous tool. Now let's move on to RUGDOC. This is a platform that has been operating it back since, I think, at least 2021, if not before. But I came across them in the bullish days of DeFi on 2021. Everything was at all-time highs back then, and there were a lot of scams when it come to yield farming, and these guys did a tremendous job for free. Just people were releasing yield farms, and they were just checking the contract. The team here was doing that, and they're still doing that job for free. And yeah, just have that in mind. You can go on to their, I'm gonna scroll down just to show you, because there's the link for the Telegram channel, the Discord, Twitter, also YouTube. But if you go on their Telegram, you can request at any time for them to check any yield farming for you, and you'll just have to wait one day, a couple of days, it depends, because the team does this for free, and whenever they have free time they will take a look into that. Okay, but yeah, also more than that, you can interact with the community and share ideas with the members, and yeah, that's always a good thing to do in my opinion, and share ideas about projects and whatnot. But anyways, they filter the projects here and label them by the risk. There you can see also that they work on any chain like Base. You just look at the topic, at the icon here. There's Base, there's Binance, there's Ethereum. So yeah, it doesn't matter which network it is, you can request a sort of, it's not an audit, but it's they will run through the contract and see if there's any issue with it, and they will list it here. Anyone can also request a listing here, and they will be labeled as high risk, medium, or there's more. So let's click here on risk rating explained. So read the whole thing. So there's anything from least risk, low risk, some risk, medium, high, and not eligible. Okay, so read the whole thing if you have any questions, but obviously high risk is the highest. There's many red flags, and least risk is the lowest. Okay, it doesn't mean that it's safe, but it's much safer, that's for sure. Okay, it's not so risk free, but it is safer. So for example, I want to show you here this one, NanoSwap. So this one I brought here on the channel a couple of days before they opened their farming positions. But this was a scam because they didn't even open the farm. They were just trying to rug the token. So they launched the liquidity, they launched the token, and after a day or two, they pulled. They removed the liquidity, and you can see Project Rug website down, liquidity removed. And funny enough, like a couple hours or the next day, the most after they pulled the rug, these came up, genetic finance, which did the same thing. They advertised they were going to have liquidity farms, but even before they opened their farming positions, they pulled the liquidity from their token. Okay, so people were trying to be early and get the token at the cheapest price, they got rugged. All right. And after genetic, there was another one. There was statics, I believe. So I believe actually that genetic and nanoswap and statics was from the same people or team behind rug pulling, because the patterns were all the same. All right. So pay attention to that on the base chain. They seem to be quite active doing their scams there. So yeah, pay attention to it, and don't go heavy on smaller dexes that are just launching. All right. Now there's like these, for example, let's go here on this medium risk Spirit Farm. This is on base. And then you can see they give a breakdown. It's a custom goose fork, does not support the deflationary transfer tax token pools, 100% deposit fees possible. Token owner is Master Chef behind a 6-hour time lock, 6% transfer tax, max 20. So yeah, they give a point breakdown of the protocol, and if there's any issues, they will let you know. Like for example here, this is something you will see quite often: website is down, cannot be assessed. Then that's probably because they already rugged. All right, they requested the listing here, and they rugged. So just because they're listed, don't take it as safe. All right, they're just breaking down the protocol, and anyone can request listings, of course. So yeah, if you use this tool alongside with the D.Fi scanner, highly likely you will be much safer on your DeFi journey. All right, so this is what I wanted to bring to you. RUGDOC and D.Fi, two really excellent tools that you can find the links for them down under in the description. I'm gonna wrap this one. This is all I want to share with you. So guys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more of this type of content. I hope these tools will prove themselves super valuable to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.